I want you to play Flesh and Blood with me, okay? Ask not what flesh and blood can do for you, but what you can do for flesh and blood. Okay, sorry about that, guys. That was my terrible JFK impression. I won't do it again. But seriously, I do want you guys to play Flesh and Blood with me, specifically next weekend in the tournament that's being hosted by Red Riot Games. Now, before I get into the details, I want to mention that I am now part of the Red Riot Games affiliate program, and I highly recommend checking them out. I've actually purchased single cards from them multiple times, and they're fantastic. In my opinion, they're actually one of the best sites in the world right now for Flesh and Blood singles, and they do ship globally. So if you're interested in this tournament or you're interested in picking up some single cards, click the link in the description below. Really appreciate it. Now, about this upcoming tournament that is happening on February 27th and 28th if you're in North America or Europe, and that would be February 28th and 29th if you're in New Zealand, Australia, or Asia. This is really exciting because it's open to players anywhere in the world. In fact, there are apparently one or two big names in Flesh and Blood who are going to be participating in this tournament, and there are some serious cash prizes to be won too, okay? Check it out. I'll have some more details a little later on in this video about the prizes. We are aiming to have 128 players in this tournament, so we really need your help, guys, to get there and make this one of the largest Flesh and Blood tournaments ever outside of a premier level event. And it's an armory event, so you'll earn XP by playing in this event, even better. So, probably the two most important things you need to know about this tournament are that the format is classic constructed and that it will be played on Tabletop Simulator. Now, for those of you who don't know what Tabletop Simulator is, I'm going to try and do a more in-depth video for that maybe this weekend or early next week. But basically, it's a virtual platform that allows anyone to develop their own simulations of either new or existing tabletop games. And of course, several people have developed mods for Flesh and Blood, which you can play via Tabletop Simulator, and the mods work really well. The game itself, Tabletop Simulator, is available through the Steam store, and then once you have the game, you can get the Flesh and Blood mods for it. So, that brings me to cost. The entry fee for the tournament itself is $30 Canadian. Red Riot Games is based in Canada, but again, the tournament is open to anyone, anywhere in the world. In addition to the entry fee, you will have to pay for Tabletop Simulator itself. It is unfortunately not free, but I think the cost is very reasonable considering the Flesh and Blood mods that are available for it. So, cost is $29.99 New Zealand dollars, $21.99 Canadian dollars, and $19.99 US dollars. And wherever you are in the world, you should be able to purchase this. Again, it's available through the Steam store. The reason I think the cost is very reasonable is because once you own it, there's no additional cost. The Flesh and Blood mods themselves are free, and all of the cards from Welcome to Wraith, Arcane Rising, and Crucible of War are available. You don't have to worry about whether you can acquire some of the more expensive cards you need to play in a high-end tournament. For $50-$60 total between the tournament fee and Tabletop Simulator, you'll have access to all of the cards, and you can start putting together a highly competitive deck to play in this tournament. So I think that's pretty good. I think the value is really good. Now, about the tournament itself, day one will be Swiss rounds. Okay, it's going to be a 2-day tournament. Day one will be 4 rounds of Swiss. There will be 8 qualifying pods of 16 players each. Okay, so you will play 4 rounds within your assigned pod of 16 players. The 8 pods will be split into 2 waves. So not everybody will be playing at the same time on the first day. Okay, you'll be assigned a pod and you'll be assigned a time that you play on day 1. The first 4 pods will play their 4 rounds starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and the last 4 pods play their 4 rounds starting at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. and the winner of each pod advances to the top 8. So basically, on day 1, you're going to play a mini tournament against 15 other players, and the winner of each pod advances to the top 8. Okay? Now, top 8 from day 1, they play for the money on day 2. Now, you should know, really worth noting here, deck lists are required for day 2. Not day 1, but they are required for day 2. So it's probably a good idea to have one prepared in advance of day 1, because if you do advance to the top 8, you will be required to submit your deck list before the end of the first day, okay? In order to play on day 2, you need to submit your deck list before the end of day 1, okay? Now, also worth noting is that Discord will be used on the day of the tournament in order to organize players into pods, so you can easily locate your opponent and get playing against them on Tabletop Simulator, okay? Discord pod invites will be sent out to each participant 48 hours in advance of the tournament, and you'll be required to check in with your pod captain in your assigned Discord room prior to the start of the event. So if you don't have Discord, make sure you download it, sign up, and if you're interested in joining one of the best Flesh and Blood communities in the world through Discord, let me know in the comments below and I will hook you up. Fantastic community. Now, about those prizes. If you finish first, you will not only receive $1,000 Canadian cold hard cash, you will also receive a custom winner's playmat, which has yet to be revealed, and foil playsets of Command and Conquer, Enlightened Strike, Art of War, and Tome of Findel. They're all unlimited, okay? Those, so don't get too crazy, but still, foil playsets of each. That is pretty freaking bomb. For second place, in addition to the $500 Canadian, you will receive a custom runner-up playmat, also yet to be revealed, and non-foil playsets of Command and Conquer, Enlightened Strike, Art of War, and Tome of Findel. Again, they're all unlimited, but still, that is some sweet-ass value right there. Third and fourth receive $300 and $200 respectively, and they get a custom top 8 playmat. Again, playmats have yet to be revealed. The remainder of the top 8, of course, receive one of the custom top 8 playmats, and it would not surprise me if there are some other random prizes that will be given out the day of the tournament, so you really don't want to miss out on this one, guys. I think that's basically it. When you register, be sure to provide your first and last name in the comments, as well as your Flesh and Blood player ID. You'll need that to earn XP. Again, it's an armory event. So I really hope you guys sign up and get in on this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you have any questions at all about the tournament itself or Tabletop Simulator, you can let me know in the comment section below. I will respond and I'll help you out any way I can. You can even shoot me an email, tabletoptilt@gmail.com. I'm not one of the organizers personally, but I can get answers for you, or I can put you in touch with the organizers if you have any questions. I think that's about it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're going to play in this tournament. Be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, click the link in the description again, guys, and be sure to check out the Red Riot Games website and register for the tournament. Later, guys.